A pool junction box serves as a critical safety component in swimming pool electrical systems. It provides a safe and reliable point to connect the pool light wiring to the electrical service, ensuring proper grounding and bonding. Let's examine the components and connections within a typical pool junction box. Firstly, you have the pool light wire, typically number 8 solid copper. Secondly, there is the conduit ground wire, also typically number 8 solid copper. Thirdly, the equipment grounding terminal, usually identified by a green screw or marked with G and D. Fourthly, the neutral bus bar, or often a white colored bar. Finally, the hot bus bar, which is typically black or red. Now let's look at the specific connections. 1. Strip the pool light wire and conduit ground wire approximately 3/4 of an inch. 2. Connect the pool light wire to one terminal of the equipment grounding terminal. 3. Connect the conduit ground wire to the other terminal of the equipment grounding terminal. 4. Strip the neutral conductor from the pool light wire about 1/2 inch. 5. Connect the neutral conductor to the neutral bus bar. 6. Strip the hot conductor from the pool light wire about 1/2 inch. 7. Connect the hot conductor to the hot bus bar. Apart from the pool light and grounding connections, other metal components near the pool need to be bonded to the grounding system. This includes any metal components that are in contact with the water. Examples are pool ladders, handrails, diving boards, and pool equipment such as the pump and filter. These components should be bonded using number 8 solid copper wire. The bonding wires should be connected to the same terminal screws as the pool light wire and conduit ground wire. Several important considerations must be kept in mind during the wiring process. All connections should be made securely and in accordance with local electrical codes. Use wire nuts or terminal blocks to ensure a proper and reliable connection. The junction box must be sealed weathertight to prevent water intrusion, which could create a dangerous electrical hazard. The purpose of the grounding and bonding system around a pool is to minimize the risk of electric shock. Grounding provides a path for fault current to return to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and energizing the circuit. Bonding creates an equipotential plane, ensuring that all metallic objects in and around the pool are at the same electrical potential, thus preventing dangerous voltage differences. The number 8 solid copper wire is commonly used for pool grounding and bonding due to its corrosion resistance, conductivity, and mechanical strength. Solid wire is preferred over stranded wire in these applications because it is less susceptible to corrosion. The equipment grounding terminal within the junction box serves as the central connection point for all grounding and bonding conductors. It provides a low impedance path for fault current to flow back to the source. The neutral bus bar provides a connection point for the neutral conductor from the pool light circuit. The hot bus bar provides a connection point for the hot conductor from the pool light circuit. Wire nuts and terminal blocks are used to create secure and reliable connections between conductors. Wire nuts are twisted onto the stripped ends of wires to create a mechanical and electrical connection. Terminal blocks provide screw-type connections for terminating wires. A weathertight seal is essential to prevent water from entering the junction box. Water can cause corrosion and create a path for electrical current to leak to ground. This can be achieved by using a gasketed cover and sealing any conduit entrances with sealant. Local electrical codes provide specific requirements for pool wiring and grounding. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician and follow all applicable codes to ensure a safe and code-compliant installation. Submersible pool lights typically operate at 12 volts or 120 volts. 12-volt systems require a transformer to step down the voltage from 120 volts. 120-volt systems do not require a transformer. The junction box should be located at least 4 feet from the inside wall of the pool, unless separated by a permanent barrier. This distance helps to prevent accidental contact with the junction box while in the pool. The junction box should be accessible for inspection and maintenance. It should not be buried or obstructed by landscaping. Regular inspections of the pool electrical system are important to ensure its continued safety and reliability. Look for signs of corrosion, damage, or loose connections. If any problems are found, contact a qualified electrician for repair. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations, including swimming pools. Article 680 of the NEC covers the specific requirements for swimming pools, spas, and hot tubs. Some key requirements include grounding and bonding, wiring methods, and equipment location. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are required for all circuits serving pool equipment. GFCIs are designed to detect small ground faults and quickly interrupt the circuit, preventing electric shock. Surge protection devices, or SPDs, are recommended to protect pool equipment from voltage surges. Voltage surges can damage sensitive electronic components. Proper installation of the pool junction box and adherence to electrical codes are essential for ensuring the safety of swimmers and pool users. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician. They have the knowledge, skills, and experience to perform the work safely and correctly. When selecting a location for the junction box, consider factors such as accessibility, proximity to the pool, and protection from the elements. The junction box should be mounted on a stable surface such as a wall or post. The cover of the junction box should be securely fastened to prevent accidental opening. All wiring connections should be made inside the junction box. Do not make any splices or connections outside of the box. Use only approved wiring methods and materials for pool electrical systems. Avoid using extension cords or temporary wiring. Keep the area around the pool and junction box clear of obstructions. This will help to prevent accidents and ensure easy access for maintenance. Educate all pool users about the dangers of electricity and water. Warn them not to touch any electrical equipment while in or around the pool. Post warning signs near the pool and junction box. These signs should clearly state the dangers of electricity and water. Regularly inspect the pool and surrounding area for any potential electrical hazard. Look for frayed wires, damaged equipment, or signs of water intrusion. If you find any hazards, contact a qualified electrician immediately. Consider installing a pool alarm system. Pool alarms can detect when someone enters the pool and sound an alarm, alerting you to a potential drowning situation. Learn CPR and other water safety skills. These skills can help you to save a life in the event of a drowning accident. Always supervise children closely when they are in or around the pool. Never leave children unattended near water. By following these safety tips, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and ensure a safe and enjoyable swimming experience. Remember that electricity and water can be a dangerous combination. Always exercise caution and follow all safety guidelines. If you have any questions or concerns about pool electrical safety, consult with a qualified electrician. Pool electrical systems should be inspected annually by a qualified electrician. This inspection will help to identify any potential problems and ensure that the system is operating safely and correctly. The electrician will check the grounding and bonding system, wiring connections, and equipment condition. They will also test the GFCIs to ensure that they are working properly. After the inspection, the electrician will provide you with a written report outlining any findings and recommendations. It is important to address any issues identified in the report promptly. Proper maintenance of the pool electrical system is essential for ensuring its continued safety and reliability. This includes keeping the junction box clean and dry, replacing any damaged wiring or equipment, and testing the GFCIs regularly. By following a regular maintenance schedule, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and ensure a safe and enjoyable swimming experience. The size of the junction box should be appropriate for the number of conductors and connections that it will contain. The junction box should be made of a corrosion-resistant material, such as fiberglass or plastic. The junction box should be listed by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories or all. When installing conduit, use only approved fittings and connectors. Make sure that all conduit joints are tight and sealed to prevent water intrusion. When pulling wires through conduit, use a wire lubricant to reduce friction. Avoid pulling too many wires through a single conduit. This can overload the conduit and make it difficult to pull the wires. When making wire connections, use the correct size and type of wire connectors. Make sure that the wire connectors are properly tightened to ensure a secure connection. When installing grounding and bonding conductors, use continuous lengths of wire whenever possible. Avoid making splices in grounding and bonding conductors. When connecting grounding and bonding conductors to metal equipment, make sure that the equipment is properly prepared. Remove any paint or corrosion from the metal surface before making the connection. When installing GFCIs, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Test the GFCIs regularly to ensure that they are working properly. When installing SBD, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Make sure that the SBD are properly grounded. When working on pool electrical systems, always disconnect the power at the circuit breaker. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off before beginning any work. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Be aware of your surroundings and avoid contact with any wet surfaces or metal objects. If you are not comfortable working on pool electrical systems, hire a qualified electrician. They have the knowledge, skills, and experience to perform the work safely and correctly. Maintaining the correct water chemistry in your pool can also help to prevent corrosion of electrical components. Test the water regularly and adjust the pH, alkalinity, and calcium hardness as needed. Clean the pool regularly to remove any debris that could corrode electrical components. Inspect the pool for any cracks or leaks. Repair any cracks or leaks promptly to prevent water from damaging electrical equipment. By taking these steps, you can help to extend the life of your pool electrical system and ensure its safe operation. The information provided in this narration is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work. Ignoring basic safety precautions can lead to serious injury or even death.